Hi, everyone. It is the month of November, and we are kicking off with the theme or habit of a clean home and a faithful heart. So, I am going to talk to you about what my goals are this month and just kind of how I'm hoping this month will go. And then at the end of the month, we're going to do another video checking back in and seeing how it all went. So, real quick, the focus is, and I'm going to be looking at my notes because I want to just keep this on track. I can get a bit chatty, which is good. I love to chat with you guys, but I also just want to stay on track for you. So, the whole idea or what inspired this is really quite simple. My home has gotten out of control. I have wanted to start decluttering and creating systems for a very long time. And it's not just the decluttering, it's more about creating the systems so that we can be the habits to keep a healthy and happy home. I want it to be welcoming and cozy and orderly because in the past, we have decluttered and we have done what I like to call home resets multiple times, but it doesn't take very long before things slip back to the way they were. So I want to build the habits. And I also want to teach my kids to be good stewards. So God has gifted us with this home and these wonderful things, and it's our responsibility to take really good care of them. The Bible verse that this is based off of is Colossians 3:23, and I want to read it just to make sure I get it right. Whatever you do, work heartily as for the Lord and not for men. So that means the heart behind this month is working joyfully, not just, I don't want to become what's happened in the past is I can become kind of like a drill sergeant and be really strict and tense. And I don't like that. I don't want to be so wrapped up in keeping a clean home that I become this negative, hard person to be around. So I really, really, really want to focus more on the environment and the atmosphere that we're living in, that it is both orderly and cozy and welcoming. It's this safe sanctuary, if you will, for our family, and also a place where we can welcome other people in, where we can all truly relax and enjoy each other's company. So that's my vision for this month. That's kind of what I'm hoping. By the end of the month, I'm hoping that things will be orderly, that stuff will have a place, and that we'll be able to upkeep and maintain this home and welcome other people into it. And that the heart of it, like we said, is the happy, the joyful, the working joyfully unto the Lord. So the goals for the month. Number one, rewind. I have identified 3 main problems that I want to be focusing on. So number one is there are projects that are started and then left, or things just aren't put away. So that means there's just clutter all over all the time. And you're going to see this in the videos to come. You're going to see, I'm going to give you real footage, real raw footage of what my home is currently like and how we're working through it. So number 2, I have identified that the things don't have anywhere to go. So we don't have a place to put the things that we have. So that's really why we want to declutter and get things in a proper spot. 3, we don't have the cleanliness habits. That's something I mentioned before. We just don't have the habits. So, goals for the month. Number 1, read the Sidetracked Home Executives and implement the systems, because I've read the book before and I love it. It is such a fun book. If you have not, I would highly recommend if it's something that you are interested in. By the way, comment below if you have what your struggle is in your home in relationship to maintaining a clean home. Is there a certain area that you have a hard time with? What would be if you were going to identify your problems, what would be the things that you would identify? I would love to hear that in the comments. So one is reading the sidetracked home executives and then implementing it. Number two, read for the family's sake, for inspiration. And this book is faith-based. It is follows the Charlotte Mason philosophy, which is how we homeschool and is just very in alignment with our family. And I love that it highlights the home as the center, and really the things that happen when it's in our home, that's our base. That's kind of where we get our starting point of how we interact in the world. So I'm really excited to be reading that and going to that for inspiration. 3, decluttering one area every day. It might just be a cupboard, it might be a closet, just one small area every day. 4, doing a reset with the family, room by room, doing a reset. And this is something we're going to do together because it's about creating that unity. It's about us learning how to work together as a team and how to encourage one another with our words and the way we treat one another. So that's, I think that was 4. Was that 4? And then that's going to go hand in hand with building the cleanliness habits. So using those systems to build the habits and be doing it together as a family. Again, as we're doing those habits, I really want this to be let's give each other a high five. Let's say, notice what I saw somebody do good in, and really just cultivate that encouragement, because right now, I don't care for the way that we speak to one another. Right now, it's, oh, you didn't do that. Oh, you left this out. Oh, and it's just really negative. And that's not the kind of relationships that I want in our family. So it's kind of a hand in hand thing. It is clean home and faithful heart. We're being faithful to the Lord in the way that we steward our home and in the way that we steward and disciple one another within our home. So 5 is to have a family meeting to kick it off. This is so important, guys. It is going to get everybody on board. When you are open and willing to listen to everybody in your family, it's going to change the way you approach it, because you're taking their ideas, you're considering their ideas, they get to have input. So they're going to be more likely to engage, to get involved. And you're all starting on the same page. So you're starting with that common goal, that common vision of what it is you want. So those are the goals. I did mention some of the resources I'll be using. The Sidetracked Home Executives is one of the books, as well as the For the Family's Sake, and Atomic Habits is another one that I didn't mention. But when I talk about building the cleanliness habits, we're going to be habit stacking, because we do typically wash up after our meals. So we're just going to add on to that by creating more habits. And that's a skill that I learned from the book Atomic Habits. I don't know that I'll be rereading that. I'm just kind of going to be pulling from some of the tools that I've learned from that book. All right, so how this is going to look. This is going to be pretty fluid, but what I'm thinking is week 1, we're going to have that family meeting. And as a family, we are going to do a reset, room by room. This is really just getting things to a functional point where there's not clutter and mess everywhere. Week 2 is going to be using and implementing the system. So it's going to be having the system set up and then using and implementing it to keep us on track. We're also going to be decluttering. So again, this is fluid every day. So that's going to be every week. We're going to be decluttering one area. But that decluttering is going to help us find homes for everything that we need. Week 3 is going to be continuing the systems, completing the resets and the declutters. And I would love to do some decorating in that time to really kind of create that coziness. And that's probably going to be something that we're thinking about and doing as we're resetting the rooms. But that's kind of the week that I really want to fine tune it. And that's when we're really going to be checking in and seeing, okay, what's working and what's not working. Week 4 is going to be that final fine tuning, what's going well, what's not going well. And I would love to end it with another family meeting, having more of a big celebration of all of the things that we accomplished and did together, and have it be a really fun time to share and celebrate how things went this month and how far we came through that. Now, I want to share, I am starting with this habit. So each month we're going to be focusing on one habit. That's a Charlotte Mason philosophy of focusing on one habit for 4 weeks. I am starting with our home because of what we just discussed. It is the foundation. It is a starting point that affects all these other areas. So it's going to help us be more successful as we move forward with other habits. So that's what I'm starting on. I can't wait to see how this month goes for our family and for you. I would love to know, what are you focusing on this month? What are things that you and your family are working on? It's November, so I know a big focus is Thanksgiving and gratitude and having that time with family. I feel like we're more apt to remember and to be grateful for the things that we have in the month of November. But I'd love to hear from you and what you're working on. And I just am so excited to be doing this with you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I can't wait to see you in the next video.